All right, let's take a trip together. Imagine this. We're in the bustling ancient marketplace of Sana'a. It's noisy, it's colorful, and right in the middle of it all, we're going to hear a story. It's a classic tale about two merchants, one little coin, and a choice that changed everything. Ready to dive in?
Okay, so let me ask you something right off the bat. What does it really mean to be successful in business? I mean, is it just about making a ton of money? Or is there something more to it? Something you can't really count? Well, this story we're about to hear has a pretty interesting answer to that.
Okay, so our first section is all about a lesson from the marketplace. At the heart of our story is a really big idea in Islam when it comes to business. You've got to be fair, like really fair. It's the foundation for everything that's about to happen.
And this idea comes straight from the Quran. It says, "And give full measure when you measure, and weigh with a balance that is straight, that is good and best in consequence." So what does that actually mean? Basically, be honest. Don't cheat people. And it promises that if you're honest, things will turn out better in the end. Think of it like the rule book for the two merchants we're about to meet.
All right, section 2, two merchants, two paths. So let's meet our main characters. In that busy market, we have two guys, Abu Bakr and Omar. They have pretty similar shops, but oh boy, they are about to choose very, very different ways of doing things.
So, first up is Abu Bakr. People call them Abu Bakr the Honest. You know why? Because when you walked into his shop, it wasn't just about the amazing smell of frankincense or the quality stuff he sold. You felt safe. You felt trust. He knew he wasn't just selling things, he was building relationships. And because of that, he could sleep at night totally at peace. And then there was Omar. His shop felt a little different. It kind of had this shadow of worry hanging over it. See, Omar got tempted. He wanted to make money and fast. So he started doing little things, adding a bit of water to the honey, mixing cheap spices in with the good stuff. Each little cheat just made him more and more anxious. I mean, look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? You've got Abu Bakr, whose business is solid, built on trust. He's content. Then you have Omar, whose business is built on lies. It's shaky. So you have to wonder, where is this all going to end up? And that brings us to our next part, the price of a lie. Because, Omar's choices start to catch up with him. At first, it seemed like his plan was working, but as we're about to find out, cheating doesn't pay off for long.
So for a little while, Omar's shop was packed. I mean, people were flooding in for his great deals. He was making more money than he ever had before, probably thinking he was so clever. But you know that saying, lies have short legs? Well, it's true. They can't run forever. And the truth was right on his heels.
And yup, the truth came out fast. People realized the honey was watery and the spices were, not what they paid for. And what happened? Angry customers. Word got around, and just like that, his reputation was trashed. The trust he had? Gone. And when the trust is gone, so are the customers. His shop went from bustling to empty, and all he had left was his worry.
Now Abu Bakr, being a good guy, saw what was happening to Omar and tried to help. He gently reminded him of a saying from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Whoever deceives is not of us. Think about that. It's a powerful idea that when you cheat, you're kind of separating yourself from the community. But Omar, he was just so focused on the money he was losing that he just couldn't hear it.
But this isn't the end of the story for Omar. Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before you can start climbing back up. A big moment of realization was coming for him, and it was going to put him on a new path. A much harder path for sure, but a much better one.
So, imagine this. It's Friday. Omar is sitting all alone in his empty shop, feeling terrible. And then he hears the voice of a wise sheikh, Sheikh Muhammad, giving the Friday sermon. The sheikh's voice carries through the whole market, and he's talking about being honest in business. He's talking about the kind of money that brings blessings and the kind that brings nothing but trouble. And for Omar, those words just hit him right in the heart.
Then the sheikh shared this incredible hadith, which is a saying of the Prophet Muhammad. It says, "The truthful and trustworthy merchant will be with the prophets, the honest, and the martyrs." Wow, just imagine hearing that.
For Umar, it was like a light bulb went on. He realized he wasn't just cheating his customers out of a few coins, he was cheating himself out of something so much bigger, his honor, his place with the best of people.
He felt this huge wave of regret, and he knew he had to do something. So he started on the path to make things right. It's kind of like a three-step plan. First, he had to feel truly sorry for what he did. Second, he had to ask Allah for forgiveness. And third, well, this was the really hard part, he had to go fix the harm he'd caused. And making amends was tough. I mean, can you imagine? He had to go find every single person he cheated, look them in the eye, admit what he did, and ask them to forgive him. It took so much courage, but with every single apology, every coin he paid back, he wasn't just fixing his mistakes, he was rebuilding himself piece by piece.
So, what happened in the end? Years went by, and we get to see how it all turned out for our two merchants. And this brings us right back to that question from the beginning. What is true wealth, really?
Let's break it down. Look at Abu Bakr. His honesty paid off big time. His business thrived, and more than that, everyone in the community loved and respected him. That's a special kind of rich, isn't it? And Omar? Well, he earned his honesty back. He lived a simpler life for sure, but he had a clear conscience, and you can't put a price on that. He never forgot his past, but he learned from it.
So, at the end of the day, this story teaches us a huge lesson. True wealth, real success, it's not just about the money in your pocket. It's about being a person people can trust. It's about respect and having a clear conscience and being able to be proud of who you are. Those are the treasures that last forever. And so the story leaves us with one last simple question to think about. Which path will you choose?